Welcome back to Satisfactory. I'm so glad you're here. I am actually, we're getting kind of crazy on this timing. We only have an hour and 40 minutes before our whole factory shuts down due to lack of power. Okay, well, 2 hours. So we're getting a little bit of a break. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll just build this kind of in the middle of the water over here. But I need to give myself enough room. I guess technically I should find a center-ish place over here. Because I would hate to put the donuts too close together, only to find that they can't work. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the inside. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 12, 13. So if I go 13 more, 1, let's go 15 more. And then we would want, so that's, wait, why did I say 13? What a weird number. So that's 9. And then, okay, yeah. So if I say 15, let's go one more and then we'll make that the center of that one. Looking for some power. What we want to do is make another donut, but then we also want to change over to a rocket fuel based burn. So my general plan is to get everything in here, make the rocket fuel, start burning the rocket fuel, in a new donut, and then switch the old donut over to rocket fuel without losing power at any point. Also, I was looking for the fuel generator donut blueprint, and that was on my old computer. It's such a weird situation with this game. The game file saves, like when you save the game, that gets uploaded to Steam, but the blueprints don't. The blueprints stay locally, but when you're working on a blueprint, anything in the blueprint designer gets saved as part of the save game. So I went back and I used my videos, and it was like 20 hours ago where I made where I was working on this build originally. So I went back in time, I just loaded a couple saves and found one where I had the fuel generator still on the blueprint designer. Then I saved that into now what is now my local or uploaded to Steam save file. Then I loaded this version, which is the current version. And now we have the generator circle back. So what I think I'm going to do is, we've already done the generator plan. We need to get generator inputs. We got to import everything. I would like to say make rocket fuel, but that's going to be super complex. We also need to burn compacted. No reason not to use that. And then build new circle. Actually, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. So what am I thinking? Thinking we'll have, like, that one was a door, but I'm thinking in this case we're gonna have more of a kind of a drone port situation. I don't think I need to go a million miles up. But let's see. In order to make rocket fuel, we're going to have to import at least one thing. We've got the turbo fuel.
I don't know. Have a good day.
So we're going to need the acetic acid. In order to get that, we've got water locally. We're going to import this. So that's one thing we need to import. And we're going to import this. So we need 3 drones. We might as well give ourselves a little bit of room here. Normally I'd go for some massive storage, but we're not going to do that. Uh-oh. Missing concrete of all things. Of all things. Plain old boring concrete. Let's clear this for now, since we're not going to build that circle for a bit. Heavy modular frames are going to be a problem. Wow. It's always the thing you don't think about. Well, before I do that, let's fly over here. We've got this one. There might be some good stuff in here. And there is. So all we need are a good chunk of wire and a good chunk of concrete. Now I'm trying to think, is there anything else we might want to grab while we're over there? I also got my hyper cannon recipe back. I just used the old blueprint download video that I put up a while back. All right. I feel like that hyper cannon worked really well. Like extra good. Where did I put that cable or wire? Is this a... No, that's a Mark V belt. So it should have the same distance. Though I kind of want to stop off in the desert if I can. Yeah, I just don't feel like I'm getting the same boost from that hyper cannon that I got from the other one. I should go hard for the teleporters, but then I'd actually have to make phased products. What I want is to upload some motors. Don't care as much about the engines. I'm really looking for the motors. If nothing else, we know we're gonna need a ton of these for constructing our generator circle. So I'm just trying to get ahead of that a little bit. Make sure we've got a good supply. I guess we need power. There we go. Okay. V2. I don't know why you rotated again. We'll use this to import the turbo fuel pack. You know, I really don't like that. Most places when you X out, it saves. In that case, it doesn't. It's just a little... you know? Where's my transport? That's where it is. And we're gonna call this rocket fuel. Input import. If this wasn't so far away, we could run a belt. I mean, I guess I technically could run a belt, but anything that we get over there, we need to run. Yeah, it's fine. I like this. This port needs to go to turbo power generator export only. Okay, that's set. What were the other two things I needed? I know I need one for plate. Plain old plate. What was the other item? Oh, right. We need to import the gas. This one, it'll just be rocket fuel, nitro gas exchange. I think I already put drones on these. Let me see if I can find that. Oh, you know what though? I probably didn't put turbo fuel on it. Yeah, they're sitting there, but they don't have any fuel. So, all ports gas. This port, no port. This port, go to turbo fuel. No, I need to get one on the gas. Gas alpha. Okay. And then you're gonna want some fuel to run. Obviously. Oh, we got to keep splitting. Basically, I just want to split the fuel down the line. What the heck? Okay, I'm wondering where this guy is. I'd love to... Oh, wait. We also gotta self-fill. Wait, I think I might have already done that though, right? Yeah. I've done this enough times. 900 turbo fuel. Perfect. And this is where the packed turbo fuel comes from. And then we'll just call this one copy that. Rocket fuel. Iron plate import. Perfect. We've got to go over there in order to get that gas exchange. And I guess while we're over there, we should go ahead and set up the iron plate export as well. If we can get there without being mauled. So I think this is our refinery area where we picked up the nitrogen gas. We put in a couple of drones, sort of anticipatory, though it's unlikely that we would ever use drones from this location. We would always use drones to this location. Hey, I got here just as fast as the drone. Uh-oh. Ran out of steel pipes. Can't make a cannon. Oops, I forgot about the plates. Whoops. Kind of an interesting time to make that determination. smash into the side of a building. Though technically, we probably landed on a ledge on the building. But at the end of the day, we didn't die. That's all that matters. I just need one. I really need less than one line of these regular plates. All right. Throughout all this spaghetti, there is a... Actually, this is the place where we set up the original export setup. A lot of attempts to get this to be basically all one line that has multiple lines of backing. That's what all that is. I don't know how successful I'm being at that. Very nice. Our steel pipe action is... I mean, the steel pipe corner is running. Looks like we could use a little more iron ore on one side and a little less on the other. Gotta at least give it a little bit of time. Or we're making more iron all over the place. Okay. Now we've got... Oh, you know what? I didn't name that. Let me name that a little bit. Call that the starter iron plate export. Beautiful. Now we need to head back to our build site. Oh boy. Oh man, this is a dangerous area. Can I even stand on this? Nope. I was hoping it'd let me stand long enough just to... at least long enough to eat a little bit of food, but we're taking damage even in that case. I'm not sure I left enough space for there to be 2 donuts here. This is the downside of eyeballing everything, I know. It's, the downside is less confidence. Let's see, the center to the edge. We've got... 15. and the center to the edge on this side. So the center is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. It says we've got room. So if that is our center point, two on each side, 2 away, and a literal center point. Something closer to that, right? And let me use the old customizer to guarantee centering. Okay. That is literally the center. The most center point of all center points. I want rocket fuel, I think. Uh-oh. I was going to build 2 of these, but it looks like we need something. What are we missing? Copper. Let's put 2 of these on the list. We really only need 1, but having a hard time finding the buttons today. I'd like to think we've got some copper sheets lying around. Yeah. Plenty. we're 30 casings short. You know, I don't deal enough with casings. Maybe there's some casings in here? No. Maybe there's some casings in here? Yes. It's gonna be interesting getting all this stuff in place. Right now, though, did I presume unpacking this? Yeah, I didn't put any unpacking in here. So it looks like we have to run gas, water, and plates. Then we can pull the turbo fuel into this side. And then we need output space for this. So 2 belts and 2, but we don't have to run all of that the whole way. It's gonna be most of the way. So we're gonna need a little place, and I'm kind of glad this is right on the edge. I kind of want to put 2 of these down, have them collapse down to a single, and then have 2 rows of packagers just to rip through this and immediately get it back out. But the problem is, let's think about that for a minute. We're gonna need a little bit of a buffer for the output, so we don't clog the system with empties, or ironically clog the system with full gas tanks, which would be worse somehow. That's going to be nitrogen gas, of course. Trying to decide how many of these I actually need. I really don't need very many at all. I do like the idea, though, of just kind of like, as soon as nitrogen gas arrives, we rip right through it. We don't have to spend a long time processing it. That part I like, which means I want to have more capacity than I actually need. Ugh, I need more space. Right, the recipe for this has got to be crazy in my favor. Unpackaged nitrogen gas. 60 of these makes 240. So we really can't even use 3 of these. I mean, it's exactly 3 of these. And then we're going to have to underclock them. All right, that's the starting point. And then okay. Whoops, what's going on here? You know, I probably should have put these in and then decorated one of them and then copied that. That would have been a little more efficient, but, you know, whatever. You just got to come back with the customizer and make them all white. And then go back and connect these all. Uh-oh. I might not have left myself enough room to capture these empties. Not a lot of space. I don't think this is even going to work. I think it's still going to try to clip depending on which pipe I use. Oh, we're on the dead spot. We left ourselves just enough room to be a clip-free solution. Man, I really need to get some power out here. Gonna need power out there anyway. Two more. Okay, so we want to get... We want to get one of these out. Boop. Let's get a... You know, I really like the new conveyor hole. Very convenient. Sadly, we're going to have a crossover if we do it this way. Oh, you know what? I originally was going to go perfectly balanced, but I don't think it matters. Sometimes I like to just use just put the thing down and then look at the recipe in context. Nitric acid, 120. Yeah, so this is way more gas than we need. This came in on the middle, we'll send it out on the middle. And that level of clipping will just be our little secret. I shouldn't have to force the gas in here. Then I guess I could go, well, I should probably go one level like that. And then a level of gas on top of that. Uh-oh. I'm taking the... I mean, we're technically spending power to make power. Ooh, under an hour before we totally lose this thing. Oh man, and restarting this is going to be an absolute nightmare. I need to shut some stuff down or pick up the pace or overclock some stuff. Though the overclocking solution's probably a little too far gone. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Boy, it's really set on the foundation. Actually, I think we probably should stop because we're gonna have something to target to put this in. So I'm gonna say that we got the nitrogen gas. We have the materials that we need. What we really need at this point is just more time. Which we could get by spending less. Whew. It's gonna be close, but let's worry about that in the next episode. Because I'm gonna have to build the generator circle. Let me prep that. Pretty sure it's 24 of these. So we need a halfway decent amount of a bunch of stuff. Plastic, we should just bring that in. Surely there's plastic in here. Quick wire. Rubber. I mean, I could probably get away with it. Oh, the sheets are a problem. Oh, we've got plenty of sheets. Encased beams are also going to be a problem. They only come in at 100 at a time. And concrete. Oh boy, this is... We're going to blow it. We're going to blow this up. This is not good. Let me think of a solution in between now and then. Really, the only solution I can think of though is to super fast build. The problem is that it's way too much power. I could cut something off, though it's still hanging out right around an hour. Yeah, we might be able to get it done. But we'll find out in the next episode. We can build this, connect this, get the plates over there. Technically, we could just hand deliver some plates. Just to kind of save ourselves that particular step. right? If I hand delivered a couple of these, it'll be a lot faster than connecting all this stuff. So we would hand deliver, then come back and connect after the fact. There we go. Okay, I think we can pull this off. It's gonna be close, but we can do it. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.